Hey everyone, it's Jay. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the hardware and software I use to make my videos. If you're just getting started, you can start making videos with only your computer, so I wouldn't run out to buy anything. I'll start the video with some free software you can get started with. If you want to see the things that I use, keep watching or skip to the chapter that you're curious about in the little scroll bar at the bottom of YouTube. I'll put a written list of all the stuff I use in a document you can access from the description. You can print that out for later or just use that without even watching the video. Everything I know about the hardware and software I've learned from looking at other people's recommendations, poking around the web, or just trial and error, so I'm not an expert. Some of you are going to know things I don't. If you put that information in the description, it will benefit us all. If you're just getting started and you want to use your computer and nothing else to make videos, the first thing you'll need is a piece of screen recording software. There are a lot of free options available. If you just Google free screen recording software, you'll come up with packages and reviews. The one I've tried is the old version of ScreenPal, and it's really exceptional. It will record your screen. You can record video of yourself with your computer's camera or a webcam, and you can overlay audio and video tracks. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. You could even start with Google Slide, which shows the graphics you want as you're teaching. Now, a lot of you are going to want to draw while you're teaching as well. There's an excellent free drawing program called Smooth Draw. I'd look that up. And again, it's pretty easy to use. For me, there was a learning curve, but there are a lot of YouTube videos out there and you can get started and become fluent in very little time. Another great free drawing app is called Krita. It's more advanced than Smooth Draw. I found it a little harder to use. If you want to draw, you're going to need a touchscreen computer or a tablet or something that accepts inking. I'll go into detail about what I use later, but if you go to Amazon and Google external drawing tablet, that you can buy one starting at about $40. Now, if you've already used your computer and the free software packages and you're looking for more, there are a few things that I use that I can talk about. You're definitely going to want some screen capture software, a piece of drawing software, possibly presentation software like PowerPoint or Google Slides. You may want an animation software package, something like Doodly, and there can be some other things you'll want to use. You're also going to want some piece of software that allows you to capture audio that's not part of your computer or camera. For screen recording software, I use Camtasia. I started in 2010 and I found it's easy to use and really powerful. There might be better things out there and I'm just continuing with inertia, but most of the people I know who are making educational videos do use Camtasia. It's really easy to make transitions, create motion paths, change clip speed, import audio and video. It's super flexible, really powerful, and you can buy a one-time license that you can use on a few computers, which I've actually done several times over the years now. Now, I guess what I didn't mention is this is a screen recording software and a video editing software package. You need something to edit your videos. I've tried some free and powerful video editors like DaVinci Resolve. There's a lot of a learning curve for me. I didn't need anything more powerful than I could do in Camtasia. So both for screen recording and putting together my products, I use Camtasia. It's worked fantastic. For drawing and picture editing, I use Adobe Photoshop Elements. It came installed on my computer. You can get a one-time license for something like $69 or $79. Really easy to use. There was a learning curve for me because I wasn't familiar with it, but nothing I couldn't solve on YouTube in a couple minutes. And the things I could do with images as well as drawing, it was really great. If you don't have it on your computer or would have to pay, I'd try Smooth Draw first. It's free and also really powerful. In the past, I have not liked PowerPoint slides as part of educational videos. But some high school students pointed out it's super helpful to have text prompts to focus their attention while you're teaching on another part of the slide. So I've started to use PowerPoint slides all the time, or you could use Google Slides. One of the nice things about PowerPoint is you can ink directly on the presentation if you're in presentation mode, or if you ink before you're in the presentation mode, you can actually animate the drawing to replay as you did it, which can be helpful if you have some complicated drawing that it's tough to get right the first time. You can get it right before you start the presentation and then just replay it. You can't ink Google Slides, or at least I haven't figured out how to do it, so I would use the Google Slide as a backdrop and then overlay a video of drawing and teaching on a different part of the slide. After you've been making the videos for a while, you're going to find a lot of other helpful pieces of software that can help you with videos or video snippets that are useful. I'm not going to cover everything, but I'm going to show you an example with something called Doodly that helps create animations. My handwriting is poor and my drawing is poor, so if I need an image created but I want the live drawing feel, I can put it into Doodly. The disadvantage is every element you want drawn separately has to be a different image or the text, so it can take longer to put together than if you just draw it yourself. Sometimes the gains could be worth it, and a lot of people love those videos. Whatever you use to create a visual presentation, you can overlay in your video, so be creative, and a lot of you will know things that would be worth putting in the comments. For sound, you'll read all over the internet that it's more important to have good sound than visuals as part of your video. And it's true. You're gonna want to record sound with an external microphone. I just use the sound recording software that came on my computer, but a site you'll want to use is the Adobe site that will clean up your audio for free. If you're an audiophile and you know a lot about it, there are more sophisticated audio programs where you can adjust things manually. I just do the recording with a high-quality microphone and then dump it into the Adobe site for free to clean it up. Right, let's move on to hardware, starting with computers. If the computer you have works, use it. I started running into trouble with videos with a lot of elements. My computer would choke and crash. Best case scenario, I was restarting all the time, so it wasn't time effective. I didn't like making videos. And there were a number of times that the files were corrupted, and I either had to start over or go back to a really old backup or something like that. Sometimes it's hard to recover. So it's worth investing in a computer that can handle what you need for videos. I ended up going to a gaming computer. The reason I looked is they have great graphics cards and processing speed. They're really developed to process a lot of visual and audio signals quickly and efficiently. I used a Dell Alien. I don't know anything about it. If you can get by with a desktop, I would go that direction. I got a gaming laptop so I could travel with the computer, and I haven't been disappointed. All right, monitors. You probably know what you can get away with on this one. I actually have 3 monitors now. I have a larger monitor for video editing, and I'd like to have at least 2 because I have a ton of windows open while I'm editing a video. I also have a larger drawing tablet, which I'll get into later, and that's super helpful for me. For drawing, if your computer doesn't accept inking, it's not a tablet or touchscreen computer, you may want an external drawing tablet. There are a lot of high-quality ones for not much money now. The name brand is Wacom, but the Huion and XP Pen tablets get often higher reviews and they're a lot cheaper. I've used a 13-inch Wacom and it worked great. My handwriting is poor, my drawing is poor. I ended up getting a larger screen that had a stand that I put on a standing desk, which helped stabilize my hand. And believe it or not, it's better than it is when I use the little pen. But if you haven't used one, start with a small external drawing tablet. They're really pretty good. For sound, as I said before, good sound is critical, and you want a high-quality external mic. My go-to microphone is this. It's a Blue Yeti. You can get it on Amazon. It's older technology. Some would say antiquated, but the sound quality from this has been really good. I bought a more expensive boom microphone that's blah, 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 one of these really good ones. It's not much better than this one, and you have to have your mouth really close to it, even in distance mode. The Blue Yeti filters out the sound. I can talk with the microphone a relatively long distance away. I couldn't have been happier with it. And when I bought it, I think it was $69. It may be a little more now. The other thing you'll need if you're on the move, if you're not sitting at a desk, you're going to want a lapel mic. The one I use is a Sennheiser Pro condenser mic that I plug into my phone and I can walk wherever I want. Again, it's highly reviewed. The sound really isn't very good compared with the Blue Yeti, but the Adobe site that you can use to clean up your audio files later will take care of a lot of the imperfections. For cameras, I don't think it matters. I use a GoPro because I had one sitting around, and the pictures are fun. I doubt you're going to find pictures better than your phone anywhere. That's something you can use. You can use an external webcam or the camera that comes on your computer. I'm not the best videographer, but I think the images are very high quality no matter what you use. What you will want to spend some time on is a tripod, just to make sure you can mount the camera where you want. If you're at a desk, just use your computer camera. These little tripods, this came with something that was basically free to hold the webcam, or I shoot sometimes outside different places. I use a big camera tripod. I actually already had this. I got it in the 90s to hold a telescope, and it's great. But if you're going to be outside, you're not always going to have someone to hold your camera or phone. It's worth getting a tripod that's going to hold the camera where you want. It will save you a lot of headache. All right, there's some other miscellaneous items you may want. I use a green screen as seldom as possible, but my video editing setup is in our guest room / laundry room with miscellaneous storage. It's difficult to shoot there and have a good background. The green screen works relatively well if you can get the lighting right. You may want some lights that plug into your computer to improve lighting if you don't have a lot of natural light where you shoot your videos. For a lot of the miscellaneous items, for all of the miscellaneous items, you're going to find a lot of good advice on YouTube or poking around the web. If you find something cool, please put it in the comments. I'll put a list of everything I use in a document that you can access from the comments section and throw it up on the end screen here. Hopefully this was helpful.